Between you and me, I think NFTs are pretty stupid. And I know that statement might have some of you riled up if you've sunk some money into an NFT project and are still waiting for it to bounce back in value. See what I did there? I'm assuming you're losing money. But I'm open to being proven wrong. So in this video, I'm actually gonna pay a Fiverr seller to create an NFT for me, so that we can see for ourselves whether or not there's money to be made in creating and selling your own NFTs online. And the best part of this video is that after I get the actual NFT artwork created for me from the Fiverr seller that I'm gonna hire to create it, I'm just gonna give it away to one of you. I'll be giving it away to one of you and you're free to sell it, mint it, list it on OpenSea, do whatever you want with it really. So make sure you're sticking around to the end of this video because I'm going to be explaining how I'm going to choose the person to give this NFT artwork that I'm getting created to. So stick around to the end. All right, so before I went to Fiverr to get this NFT artwork created, I had to decide what I wanted to get created. So I went to OpenSea to see what type of NFT artwork was hot, what was not, and just get a feel for all of it. And this whole process just really continued to cement my belief that the whole NFT game is kind of silly. There really didn't seem to be any method to the madness, you know, like traditional artwork or doodles. It was kind of all over the place. Some things that I thought were terrible pieces of art were selling for a ton of money. And some that I thought were fantastic pieces of art weren't selling at all. So it was kind of all over the place, and I figured that if that was the case, I was just gonna get some NFT artwork created that at least I thought was funny. So I decided to pull from some of my own personal life experience. So I'm a pretty avid poker player. I've always loved playing poker, and in the game of poker, you typically call a really bad losing player a fish. Generally, a fish is the worst player at a poker table and a player that all the regular or professional players zone in on because they lose a lot of money and it's easy to take their money. So with that in mind, and the fact that I think that NFT artwork is a pretty terrible investment vessel, I decided it would be pretty funny to create an NFT artwork of a fish playing poker. Because if it ever took off and sold really well, I thought it would be pretty hilarious and ironic that a picture depicting someone who loses money at something would make someone a lot of money, potentially. I thought that would be a pretty hilarious situation if that ever happened. So I set off to find my Fiverr seller who would create this NFT artwork for me. And part of my whole process was to approach sellers with no real game plan, no reference sketches. I would just explain to them what I wanted to see what they came up with. Eventually, I found a seller with a style that I thought was good enough and purchased one of his gigs for just over $50. I typed out a couple of lines in the order requirement section, giving him a high-level idea of what I wanted, told him he had total artistic freedom, and away he went. And then I waited. So before I show you the finished piece of NFT art, I want to share with you something that I noticed through this whole process. Almost every Fiverr seller I came across that was selling NFT artwork had like a basic introductory package that was like $30 to $50, similar to the package I purchased, where they would get you like one piece of artwork with like a handful of attributes. But then their next package up, where they were offering you more of a collection, jumped in prices astronomically to like $500 plus. And this is just a little anecdote that to me, when I see this, it just proves how exploitable the NFT industry still is. It must be red hot. People must be buying these collections because people are still trying to ride the wave and cash in on the whole NFT hype. And I found that really interesting because just from my little bit of Google research, I know that a lot of these Fiverr sellers are using random generators to create these massive collections of NFT art. So in the mind of the consumer, they feel like they're getting a lot of value buying a collection because they think it gives them a lot of chances to sell a piece of their NFT collection on a site like OpenSea. But from the artist's standpoint, at least based on what I know, it doesn't seem that much more difficult to create a collection. I guess you create the attributes and then the random generator creates all the different pieces. I don't know. But just this side note is for anyone who has the ability to create the art portion of NFTs, I think that's a pretty lucrative part of this industry still, because there are suckers like me who are still buying stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna show you the artwork now. And just quickly before I do, here's what you need to do to be chosen by me, to have me just send you this piece of art. It'll become yours and you can list it, sell it on OpenSea, do whatever you want with it. All you have to do is tweet me a tweet on Twitter with the hashtag NFTnardy. Here's my Twitter handle on the screen so you know who to tweet to, but all you gotta do is tweet me anything. It could be hello and then hashtag NFTnardy. That's all you gotta do. What that'll allow me to do is search Twitter for all of the tweets made using hashtag NFTnardy. I'll see all your tweets in a list on Twitter. And after about a week or so that this video goes live, I'm just gonna randomly pick one. I'm gonna randomly fire it up, search for the hashtag NFTnardy, and pick one. That's it. Then I'll message you on Twitter. When you respond, I'll send you the files, and they're yours. So yeah, if one of you wants me to send you this artwork that I paid for on Fiverr and you want to take a shot at selling it or doing with it what you will, just do that. Tweet me on Twitter, in the tweet, hashtag NFTnardy, and within a week of this video going live, I'll randomly pick one, message you, and send you the art. So here's the grand reveal. Voila, my fish playing poker. So this is the final design, but I learned through this process that part of what you're buying is they actually send you a file for each different attribute that's included in this image. So like in this case, the cards, the hands, the eyes, things like that. And I guess that's so that people who purchase this stuff, if they choose to, they can change the colors of each attribute themselves to build a little NFT collection out of this. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think this NFT is good enough to sell for big bucks? I personally have no clue. But yeah, that was my experience purchasing an NFT from someone on Fiverr. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm going to be giving it away to someone, and the person who gets it can list it on OpenSea. And then, you know, if you do and you sell it, let us know in the comments what you sell it for. If you make a ton of money off of it, I'm so happy for you, and I feel so dumb that I was totally wrong and didn't sell it myself. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this NFT sellable? Do you want it? I don't know. Let me know what you think about the whole NFT game. It's still something that's a little bit touch and go with me. I think they're terrible investments, but I can also see how there's an opportunity here for people selling NFT design services on Fiverr. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comments. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, cheers.